Ding, 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 ding. Happy morning, everyone. Happy morning. I can't hear any voice from the back. Happy morning. Happy morning. That's more, I like it. Now, before we start this event, this meeting, I want to check one more time. Is my voice audible in? Yes. All right. Can we go to the next slide? Sure. Too fast. Now, before we start the video, I would like to inform you about our house rules. The first one is be present, be on time, like everyone has. And the second is for the Zoom participants, rename yourself to role-name and Toastmasters, TM-names for visiting Toastmasters, VTM, and for guests, G-name. The third is support the meeting by giving supportive chats, being present, and turning on your camera. And the fourth is keep it safe and kind. Avoid sensitive topics such as equality, religion, and anything not aligned with Toastmasters international guidelines. The fifth is fun, because we learn the best when we are having fun. That's right. Next. Now I would like to appreciate our SAAT birthday. Zoom Master is Toastmaster Malik and welcoming Ambassador, right? Yeah, Toastmaster Vivian. Without further ado, I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass the stage to our Madam President. Happy morning!
Happy morning online.
Happy morning, online.
Happy morning.
Happy morning, offline.
Hi, so everyone, good?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So everyone, here at Physical Center Club, before we start, connected, name, and follow people together since 2005. We are part of the Snackers. Yes, part of program international. It has been established since 1924 with more than 270,000 members across 100 countries. So as part of Progress International, we have values and foundations. So everyone, if I say our core values are, top values, okay? Our top values are
Integrity, respect, service, and excellence.
and our top mission is
We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop community and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth.
all right, I online. Although you are aware to get quiet right now, I hope you still hear this. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for reading out our top values and please. So why should you join Toastmasters if you are new here? First, you can build your confidence. How? By regularly delivering features and taking roles in our club community just like today. Second, you can turn ideas into practical things. So in Toastmasters we have pathways, which is one of them. And through that model, you can practice learning projects. The third one is the lifelong. Why? Because if you improve your communication, your lifelong. Next, please. So I would like to say thank you. Thanks for giving a round of applause. Even though that's that. What's so much? What good? Helping us all today at our support rotators. All right, so that's all from me. And our best me as a club president, I would like to officially open the day by saying happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
All right, so now I would like to pass it to our okay. Our past immediate past president, Professor Donna Peggy. Professor Donna
Hello. Hi, everyone. Hold on one minute. Oh, happy morning.
Happy morning.
Okay, hi. Let me set this up. Okay. Wow. Seems like you are enjoying your time at the restaurant. What are you guys getting? Shout it out.
Katsu.
Mm, what kind of ramen?
Cheese ramen.
Cheese ramen? I want cheese ramen. Yum. Okay. Just saying, on site, could I have this set with my face on it? Thank you. Okay. Oh, well, yes. The theme is wonderful and full of community. Let's enjoy this food together. Whether you're having cheese ramen or katsu. Me, I had an egg white omelet and some grilled chicken and some grilled veggies for some whole foods. Let's enjoy each other's company and be merry together through food. So, welcome to SCBD Toastmasters Club meeting. In a Toastmaster meeting, generally, you're going to have 3 sessions, and they are the prepared speech session, which is 5 to 7 minutes generally, and for members only. And then you're going to have the table topic session, where it's 1 to 2 minutes, and it's for everyone. So I see you in the back. If you're a guest, if you're here online too as a guest, you're free to join this. Don't be shy. We're never shy. And lastly, the Breakfast of Champions, or here, since it's evening, Dinner of Champions, the evaluation session where we get to learn how to say our speeches better. And this is the word of the day, which will be explained further by our grammarian. I think I should call them now. Okay, let me check my cheat sheet. Okay, I'd like to welcome our grammarian, Toastmaster Rachel.
Commands.
Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
I am happy to be here to introduce our word of the day. And of course, I forgot to mention my role for today. I am the grammarian for tonight's meeting. And I will be the one who would check or who would take note your grammar mistakes, and I would let you improve your structure of sentences. And of course, I would also cite one of the or things that are memorable lines from your speech. And I would like to share one of something that is very important when we are describing something. Using your 5 senses in public speaking. And because of that, we need to use our 5 senses. So, excuse me. Why do we need to use our 5 senses? One of the reasons is it would
make your speeches vivid and memorable so that the audience would remember your speech. And number two, it would improve descriptive vocabulary. It will help audience imagine the scene and makes storytelling more engaging. So instead of saying the pasta is good, you could say the pasta smelled creamy and tasted rich and cheesy. So the audience could remember or could know, could imagine how good is the pasta by using your five senses. Next, please. This is an example. So, for example, you are describing the chicken. You can use your sense of sight that is golden and crispy, the smell, savory and smoky aroma, the sound, crunchy with every bite, the touch, crispy outside and juicy inside. And of course, for the taste, rich, savory, and slightly spicy. And next, please. This is the example. I will not read it anymore. And for the word of the day is plentiful. It means it's existing in large amounts or abundant. It is an adjective, so it is used before a noun. And the noun could be countable and uncountable nouns. I hope you already know that. For example, plentiful choices, plentiful portions, plentiful visitors, and so on. Okay, for example, the buffet offered plentiful dishes, and we are plentiful, beautiful people. Okay, and I think that is all for me. I hope you would use your five senses when you are describing something and use the word of the day, plentiful. That is all for me. Back to Toastmaster Dona.
Thank you to our grammarian. Okay, thank you to our grammarian Toastmaster Rachel for explaining our word of the day, plentiful, and for using the five senses that we have to describe your delicious food right up there. So, just a quick run through of the people that support a Toastmaster meeting. We are going to have a general evaluator who will evaluate how the meeting has been, a timer who will make sure that everyone's within time, an and word of the day counter who will make sure that we don't too much, our grammarian Toastmaster Rachel, who we've met, and our ballot counter who will make sure that everyone who's eligible to be voted gets voted, and we get to hear who's the favorite speaker of the week. Speaking of which, I do want to introduce our timer, Toastmaster Rania, onto stage. Toastmaster Rania, time is yours.
Good morning, everyone. As big timer, my role is to give out time signals, so every speaker can keep track of the length of their speech. For today's prepared speakers, they will all have 5 to 7 minutes. I will raise the green card for 5 minutes, the yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. For the table topic session, each speaker will have 1 to 2 minutes. Raise the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and red card at 2 minutes. And last but not least, for the evaluation session, each evaluator will have 2 to 3 minutes to deliver their evaluation. I will raise the green card at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2.5 minutes, and red card at 3 minutes. I wish everyone all the best and have fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ania, for telling us about the time signal that we're supposed to follow during the meeting. And now I think we are ready to welcome our speakers. Oh, hang on, but before we do that, the best meals which you are having frequently occur in a context that often have very little to do with the food itself. I do have a question for you, and that is, oh, I wrote it. I wrote it. It is here. What food do you usually share together with your family and friends, and why? I think I still want to call someone from the audience. Could Miss President help pick someone for me? I think I'll call our treasurer, Toastmaster Baby. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Toastmaster
Okay.
Baby, please come on stage. Hello. Toastmaster Baby, what food do you usually share together with your family and friends, and why?
Okay, there is one food that I and my family usually share together with during the dinner. It is chicken, herbal chicken soup, because my dad really love it, and we usually cook it like 3 times a week. Oh yes, and the first time I feel like again. But after a long time ago, I don't live with my dad again. I feel like I miss it. So yeah, I love herbal chicken soup. It makes me like strong. Take care of my body to stay strong. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you. Wow, that's very sweet. Thank you, Toastmaster Baby. Oh, we forgot to pin the stage earlier, so it's just my face. Aw, thank you. All right. Well, now let us welcome our speakers of the day. Click, click. Okay. To start up, we have Toastmaster Tagar, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Amar. So let us welcome the evaluator for Toastmaster Tagar, Toastmaster Amar. The stage is yours.
Good morning. So in today's test, I will evaluate Postmaster Tagal. Will deliver his level 1 project 3 with the speech title. I see that it's a very happy fan of Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, so I hope that we can hear a very energetic speech as well. Okay, so yeah, let's hope the best for the best. And that is all from my introduction to the so, Toastmaster Tagal, please come to the stage.
Thank you. All right. Before I go to that my speech, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. When I was in elementary school, I had two special talents. First, I had love football. And second, I was very talented at going into trouble. One day, during English class, my teacher gave us a simple listening exercise. It was clearly simple listening exercise. The teacher gave us words and we had to repeat it out loud. Everyone was doing it seriously. Well, unless me and my two friends. To us, English sounded funny, weird, and ridiculous. Instead of repeating the word, we started mocking the teacher. Like this one. Just like that. We're moving our lips in a crazy way, making silly faces and laughing under our breath. We thought the teacher was not paying attention. We were wrong. Guys, stand up! What did you do? Nothing, sir. Nothing? I saw your move. You were making fun of my lesson. Do you think this language is useless? Do you think English is a joke? I couldn't even move. I just stared at my shoes. Then suddenly, my teacher pointed a finger toward my door. Get up! Take your book, sit aside, and do this aside. Now! What? Now! But what? Now! I was the only one who sent to the hallway. But my friends, they only sat in that class looking completely innocent, untouched, and safe. But do I follow my teacher instruction? Of course. No. Right in front of our class, there was a field that would be playing football. And guess what? Another class was having their sports period. And I have a few friends in that class who are playing football. And some of my friends shouted my name. Tiga! Hey! Tiga! Come! Play with us! And I was obvious. I saw them. And I ran onto the field quickly. I throw my book down and joined the game. You know, I was passing, running, and I saw an opportunity to score. I kicked the ball as hard as I could, and then goal! We were going to celebrate. And two. I was landed perfectly. But as I opened my eyes, I was facing the classroom. Standing right there was my English teacher. He had seen the whole thing. Well, the jump and the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration. He directly dragged me back into the hallway and grabbed my hand. Are you crazy? Deaf or something? Instead of doing your homework, you are playing football with another class. Are you freaking kidding me? Do you want to be a football player? Without thinking, I looked at him and said, yes, sir. My dream would be a professional football player. God, even a superstar like Ronaldo followed his coach instruction. He's not lazy. A kid who runs away from class will never make it. Hurry your drink to God, go back to your seat, and do this aside. Now, do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, I do. At that time, I was just going back to my class while thinking, yeah, maybe he's right. When I was a kid, everyone always asked me, what is your dream to God? What do you want to be when you grow up? Do you have a dream to God? And I answered proudly, When I grow up, I just wanna be a big house. In Lod, there was a big field that I could be playing football every day. But as adult, people don't ask that. People don't ask about my dream anymore. They ask, what is your dream job? What is your dream job? I have thought about this question a lot. And I realized dreams can change as I grow older. A few years ago, technically it was 2024, I couldn't speak English at all. Now, I'm standing here speaking to all of you guys in English. That is a win. And I will celebrate it later. And a few months ago, thanks God, I got accepted to work at a cruise ship. That is a massive win. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster members and guests, your current dream doesn't have to be famous to be valid. It just has to be yours. So keep fighting for our vision, no matter what it looks like today, and most importantly, never forget to celebrate every single goal you score in your life. Because I'm done with my speech, I want to celebrate it. And please do me a favor to scream out loud with the word "Sue." Got it? Got it?
Got it.
Because I'm done with my speech, I will celebrate it. Thank you. That's not the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Degar. Okay, everybody say 1, 2, 3. From a very naughty student to a dreamer who is still full of secrets. Toastmaster Degar walked us through a story in a day in his past. So thank you for sharing that. It was a lot of fun. Next up, we are ready to welcome our second speaker, which is Toastmaster Kafa. He's doing his level 4 project and will be evaluated by our past president also, Toastmaster Andika. Toastmaster Andika, time is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting. Tonight, Toastmaster Kafa will share his insight through his experience in managing projects successfully. And this is his second speech. And the purpose of this project is for him to practice developing a plan, building a team, and fulfilling the plan with the help of his or her team. His team, that's the whole project. But specifically for this second speech is for Toastmaster Kafa to share some aspect of his experience managing a project. Toastmaster Kafa, the whisper, Toastmaster Kafa.
High achiever syndrome. Has anyone heard of that? Mostly no, some yes. It's perfectionism on rocket fuel. And you can never land. It's the condition where you achieve something great. But you can only hear this one sound, this whisper. Kurang, you are not enough. Has anyone ever felt like that? An overachiever? You're always feeling insufficient. Yes. I'm a textbook example. KKN Expo. I was the coordinator. 240 people attended. By any means, it's a successful event. But when all the lights went off I didn't count the attendance. I was counting this one mistake I made on the opening speech. Kurang, you are not enough. Years later, client presentation, icebreaker speech in the same day.
Where?
I felt the room, but on my way home, I could only think of I should have thought slower. I should have chosen better words. Now, some of you might be thinking, this guy sounds so ungrateful. And I don't blame you because on the outside it looks like that. But the truth, it's not about the amount of applause. It's the chronic inability to feel any of the applause at all. Because that whisper always arrives first. Earlier this month, I was the organizing chair of our storytelling circle. The moment I took that role, my syndrome started watching, taking notes. Late registration form? Noted. Leadership that looked scattered, unsure. Noted. Only 20 people registered. Noted. Every day leading up to that event, I was writing a verdict before the trial has even begun. Eventually, the day came. And I stood there on the front of the room. 15 minutes late, all the chairs were empty. One by one, people start coming. I counted the faces. 15. Just 15. No grand setup, no microphone. Not the event I had in mind. My syndrome smiled. It had been waiting for this exact moment. Kurang, you are not enough. Halfway through the event, Kak Mutia, the author, gave us one single journal prompt. Nothing complicated, just this one simple question. What made you grateful today? The room went quiet. Everyone picked their pens. And I just sat there, my pen hovering above the blank page. Because my syndrome had taken over the answer. Should I be grateful that the event started late? Should I be grateful that we had no bike? Should I be grateful that only 15 people attended? But then I looked up. I saw TM Dede leading the event with quiet confidence. I saw TM Shaida managing table topics that made everyone smile. And I saw Taufik picking up pieces I dropped. Every single piece. Most importantly, I saw 15 people. Not a small crowd, but 15 people who chose to be there. For years, my perfectionism convinced me that happiness is achieved by a flawless execution. But that one prompt taught me something I will never forget. Happiness isn't achieved by climbing a perfect mountain. It's achieved by the smile, from the people who supports you. So, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and explorers of life, next time that whisper comes, Kurang, you are not enough. Pick up a pen. Look around the room. Because the answer has been there all along. Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kafa, for sharing your story with the storytelling circle event and also never feeling enough. You're enough. It is okay. Sometimes people prefer their noodles with chili flakes, but noodles as is are also welcome. Wow, let's give another round of applause to Toastmaster Kappa. Woohoo! And now we are ready to welcome our fourth speaker who is now going to speak first. And that will be Toastmaster Dinda, who will be introduced by her evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Alvin. Distinguished Toastmaster Alvin, time is yours.
All right, thank you so much, Tom. Our next speaker, Toastmaster Dinda, will deliver a speech. Wait, sorry. Deliver a speech, level 3, if I'm not mistaken. The project is persuasive speaking. The Toastmaster Dinda May, who has been born in May. Maybe this is her birthday, yeah? Okay. The purpose of this project is for Dinda to understand the types of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech at a club meeting. So guys, be ready to be persuaded by Toastmaster Dinda May with her speech title, Reset. Reset, Toastmaster Dinda May, the stage is yours.
Shake. Timer is all right. Happy morning, my lovely and my friendly and my beloved Toastmasters. Thank you so much for the energy and so now, everyone, I want to ask you, have you ever open your phone, just want to check one notification, but suddenly it's over more than 2 hours. Raise your hands. Everyone, thank you for honest answers. And then suddenly your battery is dying, your motivation is gone. And then you lean on questioning yourself at 1 a.m. Have you ever done that? I was in that position. A few months ago, I was taking a break for many things in my life. And one of that was Toastmaster. I was taking a break because at that time my life was like a browser, but with 50 tabs open. Can you imagine how crowded is that? It's plentiful. One tab was work, one tab was expectation, one tab was family problem, one tab was heartbroken. It's so plentiful. So maybe it was not just me. It could be Toastmaster Lania. It could be Toastmaster Baby. It could be all of us. And I don't want to live like that, like a zombie. And I think that I need something big, a big breakthrough to overcome it. But surprisingly, I just need a small reset. You know, just a small reset. At that time,
life was so hard, but I still text and reply my friends text with welcome. I still attend the meeting. I still post Instagram stories with cute filter and lighting. But everything was fake. It's just social media demand. So I need something to reset myself, not reset my entire life, just resetting myself. You know, I was asking with my friend how to reset that. And she simply answered, it's logical. Do you know your phone? Mm-hmm. How if your phone freezes? I'm just turn it on and then turn it on again. Exactly. Confused. What do you mean exactly? I am not Samsung or iPhone. I don't know which one is the button. Which one is the button? Should I press it together? This one and this one and this one? No, it's so complicated. So what do you mean by resetting myself? Because I'm not an iPhone or something. Or I'm so sorry, it's so branding here. But yeah. So do you know the answer? Of course not. It's just illogical. Because sometimes we, as a human, we are not lazy. We are just so tired. We are pretending to fully energize, but so actually ourselves is on position low battery mode. We need 10%. So the most important question in the life, what is the resetting phase? How to reset ourselves? Anyone has the answer? All right, Toastmaster Malik, what is your answer? How to reset yourself?
How to reset myself? Just step back.
Step back.
Yeah, focusing on myself and enjoying my hobby. That's how I reset myself.
Give applause to Toastmaster Malik. Thank you for answering it. It's helped me a lot because actually I forgot about the structure of my script. Toastmaster Malik is really meaningful. Toastmaster Malik said, focus, just step back and focusing on yourself and then back to your hobbies. It's really good because now I remember how to reset myself at that time. You know, sometimes the way to reset ourselves is not something big or something momentous. No. It starts with small, tiny habit. Sleep at 10 o'clock, not 3 o'clock. And then wake up with fresh mind. And then walking to your environment without earphones, without on your ears. So you can sniff all the flowers. And then the most important thing that I really want to say for people who feel overwhelmed, stuck, or everything, you are not supposed to pressure yourself to get back to your happier version, to your productive, the most productive version. No, maybe life just wants you to show up again, to reboot the new one, and the most important thing, to reset. So for everyone, this is a reminder for you who feel overwhelmed. Your life is not over. You are not too late. All of you, all of us are ready and deserve to begin again. Even slowly, even imperfectly. Thank you.
You too, Spencer Rinda. Let me screenshot myself and reset myself. Come back. I want to ask you something.
Okay. Why
Yes.
Semester that
Can you feel your hands?
my hands?
Yeah, can you feel your
Yeah.
hands?
Hmm.
How does it feel like to touch grass?
Wow. Why it's so good? Do you know something's wrong with that because it's not just a grass, it's full of flowers, by the way.
I love it. Thank you to Spencer Rinda. Let's give her another round of applause.
We screenshot together like this.
Okay. We got to learn about how to reset ourselves and our lives through Tips Answered in this story. Hope it gave you some enlightenment into how to touch more grass in your life and reset when you have to. Now, let us welcome her evaluator who needs to sprint and run out of here. Distinguished Toastmaster Alvin, time is yours.
Thank you so much, Dinda, for giving me advice to do a reset because I'm so tired with my life right now. So your speech is persuading me to hit the reset button. The problem is I don't know which I am. Am I Android or iPhone? Turns out I am a Huawei. Okay, now let's observe Dinda's speech. The most impressive, of course, from Dinda is the enthusiasm. With enthusiasm, you can make your audience excited, and because of that, you already get 50% of way to persuade people with smile. And to the second one of your most talented one is using humor. And I noticed this humor naturally comes, and people laugh when you mention some words like Android, Samsung, something like that, that builds enjoyment in the audience. And finally, the storytelling, of course, we persuade with the storytelling. I notice she uses I point of view, and because of that, the storytelling can be more unique and powerful. Now, what could be better from Dinda? The first one, I didn't see a clear objective of your speech in the beginning. So I didn't find your stance. What you want me to do? What do you want me to persuade for? Is it to rest? And you did start with a story, and it feels like I'm listening to a tour guide, but I didn't know where to go. So I suggest you to make your stance in the beginning. Guys, can you imagine by putting reset button, you can be better tomorrow. So, all right, Dinda will persuade me to be relaxed. And the second one, I noticed you lost in the middle of your speech. I noticed maybe your structure is not decisive enough because I couldn't find the most important conflict of your speech. So if I may suggest, put a clear conflict so you can know which one that you can turn back to the climax. For example, you can mention that you try to be free from your phone, but because of the friends, because of influence from people around you, you're still on your phone. So that is the conflict. And then you solve it by putting your phone away for several hours or even for days. And because of that, you can free from that addiction. Now, to challenge yourself as a speaker, sometimes it is tough to do a question. I noticed you use an open-ended question in quite short duration, like using what do you think about this? What do you think about that? That may hit your duration. So my suggestion is to use a close-ended question like yes or no. For example, you can say, can you find your own reset button? Yes or no. So it can be more strategic and it will be within the duration. So overall, thank you so much, Dinda, for persuading me to become more relaxed. You have very good storytelling skills, enthusiasm, and humor naturally, and could be better on saying your stance in the beginning, making a decision which one is the most important conflict of your speech, And to challenge you, use close-ended question rather than open-ended question in this quite short speech duration. Back to you, our Tom.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Alvin, for delivering an evaluation in the blink of an eye, and a very astute one of that. We here at Toastmasters, we get to learn not only to deliver our speeches, but also to make sure that we have critical thinking and great listening skills, active listening skills for all of our fellow Toastmasters in the future. Now, we are ready to welcome our last speaker of tonight, which is Toastmaster Hanif. I see you over there in, was it gray? In gray shirt? And he will be evaluated by his evaluator, Toastmaster Taufik. Toastmaster Taufik, time is yours.
That's that.
Toastmasters and guests, are you ready to be inspired? Yes. Because our speaker, Toastmaster Hanif, will embark on a journey level 3, project 2, inspire your audience. So the purpose of this speech is for Toastmaster Hanif to inspire all of us here. So that's why I'm asking you, are you ready to be inspired? Yes, sir. Oh, you are so down with yourself. Okay, no worries. So let us welcome our last speaker, Toastmaster Hanif. Did I make the right decision? Did I make the right decision? Toastmaster Hanif.
Did I make the right decision? Yes. Oh. Well, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, that question is not only something that lives in my mind, I believe it has lived in yours too, especially after you make a decision that could shape your life. But don't worry, I'm not talking about the kind of decision I make every time I speak at Toastmasters, because standing here, speaking in front of all of you, is always rewarding. I'm talking about the kind of decision that comes back to me years later. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, let me take you back to my elementary school days. At that time, the national exam or Ujian Nasional still existed. And I was doing quite well. In fact, I ranked among the top 3 students in my school and among the top 50 or maybe 100 students in South Jakarta. For a young boy like me, that was something to be proud of. Because with those results, I could easily enter one of the prestigious junior high schools in South Jakarta. The school asked my parents and me, do you want to take this opportunity? And do you know what I did? I rejected it. And the reason behind that decision was honestly quite ridiculous. I simply wanted to follow my cousin, who was 3 years older than me, to boarding school. That was it. A life-changing decision based on a very simple and perhaps careless reason. But that was my first turning point. So I went to boarding school and stayed there for 6 years. And during those 6 years, I discovered something that I had never truly learned before. Religion. Surprisingly, I found it fascinating. I studied as usual and consistently ranked in the top 10 of my class. That achievement later gave me another opportunity, a special one. I was eligible to apply to public or even state university through an academic record pathway without taking a written test. In other words, I had shortcuts. But once again, I rejected it. And why? Because I want to pursue scholarship to the Middle East. In my mind, that was the best where I could truly deepen my understanding of religion. So I rejected that opportunity. And I applied to several universities, and all I received were rejections. Now I'm the one being rejected. Not wanting to waste my time, I eventually enrolled in the university, the one I'm currently in. Not because I had a clear vision, but simply to avoid staying idle. And as time passed, the dream of studying abroad slowly faded away. I just continued living my life as it was until one day I came across multiple posts listing university majors with the lowest job prospects. And my heart sank because deep down I knew that my major was not that busy. And you know, sometimes I find myself questioning, did I make the right decision? And you know, sometimes I find myself very imagine what it would be like to have a time machine like Doraemon. I would go back to my younger self and say, "You're young, honey. Please make that opportunity because maybe, just maybe, I wouldn't feel this regret today." But reality doesn't work that way. I cannot go back, and that's when I realized something important. The real problem was never the decision itself. The real problem is what I choose to do after the decision. Because every decision I made, I made it consciously. I was when, I was like, I was where, and therefore I am responsible. So instead of asking, did I make the right decision? Maybe the better question is, what will I do with the decision I've already made? So my fellow decision makers, perhaps tonight you are also questioning your past. Perhaps you are also carrying that decision that you can do. But since we cannot rewrite the past, still talking the power to redefine it, not by changing what happens, but what we choose to do next. Because in the end, a decision does not become perfect because it was perfect in the beginning. It becomes right because we choose to make it right. So, and back to you, that's not something.
Wow. Thank you to Toastmaster Honey for reminding us how and when to be responsible of all of our decisions. It is very important, guys. You are in charge of your life. And thank you to Toastmaster Honey for that reminder. Now, I think we have seen all of our speakers. Let's give all of them a warm round of applause. Woohoo! Cute. Now, we are ready to welcome our timer. Toastmaster Rania. Toastmaster Rania, time is yours.
I'm very happy to report that every is eligible. Toastmaster Tagar spoke for 7 minutes and 26 seconds. Is eligible. Toastmaster Kappa spoke for 6 minutes and 19 seconds. Toastmaster Linda spoke for 7 minutes and 14 seconds. And Toastmaster Hanif Go for 6 minutes and 3 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you to Professor Ania for sharing the time report. Now, I'd like to welcome our ballot counter, Toastmaster Bagus. Toastmaster Bagus. Okay, no need. Please go ahead and click the link available in the chat box. And if you are on site, wow, we need a QR code. Let me make that for you. Okay, coming back. There it is. So everyone, get your phones out and exercise your right to vote by scanning the QR on the screen. Okay, while that happens, let me check the audience view. Yes, awesome. No need to share onto Zoom because we could click it straight onto the chat box. But also great, perfect. I do want to call the gentleman next to Toastmaster Hanif. Who is that? Yes, I can't see him clearly. Oh, yes. Okay. Hi, Guest Nofal. We met on Tuesday, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Come on up. Come on up.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Good to meet you again. So while the others are voting for their favorite speakers, I want to ask you, what's a meal you usually share together with family and friends, and why?
Okay, thank you. Can you hear sound everyone?
Yes.
Okay, I usually share the meal with my family, like tofu because we in my family I like tofu and especially like simple food because in my childhood I was have economic problem. So my family is like simple food like egg will share who portions egg will share by 3 and 4 of us, and fortunately is in in currently my family economy is getting better, and I have like one of my parents. So is like a semi sad story because I remember my childhood who have not eligible in economic. Thank
I
you.
All right. Thank you to Guest Nofal for sharing his favorite foods. You can head back to your seat. Okay. Yes, it is wonderful. As earlier mentioned, no matter the food, what matters is the company, right? Yes. So we all can be grateful with all of our circumstances. Even just basil could be delicious with all the right people. Ah, thank you, Guest Nofal, for the reminder. Okay, now that we are done voting, I do want to welcome us to the next session, which is the table topic session led by our treasurer, Toastmaster Beatrix. Toastmaster Beatrix, time is yours.
So, today I'm gonna lead the table topic session. Um, for table topic session, this is like an impromptu speech where the question will be given right before you answer it. So when you come, then I will give the question. Okay? And you will answer the question in 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, and you know why table topic is important for us?
Why?
Can you imagine when you guys go somewhere, are you gonna eat with your girlfriend or boyfriend? Suddenly, you ask your girlfriend, what do you wanna eat? And then the girlfriend says, up to you. Okay, pizza.
No?
No, I don't want pizza. And then the boyfriend said that, okay, what if noodle? Noodle came. Imagine, but imagine if you can answer it like this. Oh, what if we eat salad because I know that you are on diet, right? And I really want to support you and yada for 1 to 2 minutes. And then the girl will only say, oh, you don't care. Okay, let's think that like that. Okay. So let's start with the first question. Today our topic is food. So we will today our topic is related to food and we will travel to other city and country without passport today. Okay?
Oh,
So
seafood ni.
not Cebu anymore. Sorry. So for the first speaker, I'm gonna invite PTM Henry.
Yes.
Hello. Okay, so can we go to the first question? Right. Wow, today is Friday night and you're having dinner with your closest friend. And the Sunday is restaurant in Jakarta. And you suddenly come up with an idea, let's go to Bogor tomorrow for culinary. Now, the challenge is convince your friend why this spontaneous food trip is best idea to spend and what dish you want to get in Bogor. Okay, ready? The stage is yours.
First of all, happy morning.
Happy morning.
Let me define first. My close friend is my wife. So I will come up with some idea. Let's say that me and my wife is eating at Lembut Puri, Sudanese. And then I'm talking to my wife. I call it Mael. It's called Mama Ella, my daughter. Well, tomorrow we're going to Bogor. Let's say we're having a memory food like toge goreng or soto in asinan in near Surya Kencana. You know, Surya Kencana, the best Italian food, so many delicious food. And then she's going to agree. Why? Because I'm taking the car because he cannot go there alone, and I'm going to take her to spend the rest of the day on the weekend with her because she is a workaholic. So I need to refresh her mind to go to Bogor. And then have a time spent together. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, now let's give an opportunity for our online guests. I'd like to invite guest Chacha. Are you there? And are you gonna take the challenge? Guest Chacha.
Hi, Gus Chacha. I think she's still muted.
Okay. 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 Maybe guess Andin. Are you there?
Yes, hello, I'm here.
Okay, you wanna take the challenge? Okay,
Wait,
ready? You wanna take the challenge? For the
maybe I will try.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yes.
next picture.
Um, did I what?
Okay, so from Bogor, we move on to the city of heroes and Rawon, Surabaya. And it's a long weekend. Let's submit annual gift and continue the journey to its Java, which is Surabaya. The food culture is for party and people. So you arrive in the evening and ready for dinner. You cannot wait to enjoy Rawon, but your friends never heard about it. So you need to describe it and convince them to enjoy Rawon with you. Okay? Yes, Andin, stage is yours.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Miss. Um. Okay. Sorry. This is my first timer. So how I could start this to answer these questions, or just speak, or what, or just giving the illustration like that, or
Does
what?
everybody your friends to eat Rawon with you because your friend never heard about Rawon. It's the first time for them to come to Surabaya.
Oh, okay. So, from this situation, my friends and I just arrived in Surabaya, and I wanna eat rawon because I'm so hungry and craving because we are went from Cirebon, West Java, so it took so long time, and we went there by train. And after we arrived in Surabaya, I would ask to my friends like that. This is afternoon. Yeah, we arrived there in afternoon. So I wanna ask to my friends. So how about we have lunch rawon right now because I'm so hungry and like a craving so much. And but when she said that maybe later, so we just go find out some mall first like that, and so because she wanna see something in that mall, but uh I will do but I will persuade she like a little bit push her to, oh come on, I'm so hungry, so I need to eat right now. So uh I will be like that to my friends, and we are a little bit a debate there, uh, and and finally we went to go to a restaurant and eat the ramen together. Okay, that's it. I think that's enough for me.
So back to offline participant, I'd like to invite guests. Go. Come on. Come on. Okay. Hey, guys. So, where are you gonna go? Okay. Oh, Singapore. How percent state of mind. So you just declared and found that the flight to Singapore is cheap. Wow. So that is why this is to Singapore, a city where the international region and center is are in Singapore. So now if you have only 1 meal in Singapore, one level, one dish, one moment, what would you choose? Station yours. Yes, done.
Thank you. Happy morning, everyone. Happy morning. So actually, I'm Singapore at the flight to Singapore is cheap, but the dollar is not cheap anymore. Ouch! 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 Oh, but it's okay. It's just this evening we won't talk about food. I love food. So if I only have one chance or one option to choose one meals, compared with plentiful of option in Singapore, but I still love my home country nasi goreng.
Why? Because imagine if you go to somewhere, whether Singapore, whether Malaysia, Europe, US, but I think the most convenient food is food that quite safe to your health, safe to your safety for your money as well. So I think nasi goreng is fulfilling those requirements. That's why I'm quite confident that if I have only one meal in Singapore, so I think the best choice is nasi goreng. Thank you.
Okay, now back to online participant. I'd like to invite Toastmaster Sultan. Our media.
Hi, good morning.
Happy
morning.
morning, and I cannot receive rejection. So next, where are we going to bring you to? Oh, Japan. Summer in Japan, work and viewing. Japan has a big culture of internally international for the right moment. So tell us about the summer food experience. It can be real, it can be fake, and that perfectly captures your outfit in the moment. What was the food and why it left it unforgettable for you? Time is yours.
Hmm. You know, I cannot grasp the idea of having this Japan trip because first I don't go to Japan literally, but I might wanted to share a similar experience. Because usually I used to commute with busway when I want to go to work, and I'm easily able to be sweat all the time. But having a busway is the best affordable way to get to point A to point B. I'm still do it until now. I arrive at the office and change my course. Of course, if you are easily sweaty, you have to have your change suit. You have to bring to the office. And then I went downstairs outside and I ate ketoprak because ketoprak is very versatile and for me plentiful. You got noodles, you got rice cake, you got everything, and modified you got an egg, and if you feeling fancy, add indomie and add rice for your for your surplus calorie intake. So that's my takeaway for me. For me, it's about in the mundane routine. I mean, Japan has its own mundane routine, but for me, in the mundane routine, having a ketoprak after, I would say, a long trip is the best way to enjoy this part of, I would say, like repetitive text. Back to our table topic master, Toastmaster Beatrix.
I don't know if Jerry is taking a program in Japan or not, but I think if this is opportunity for me, later I will open. Okay, so I think we have for one more people. I'm gonna invite guests. You wanna try?
Thank you.
So today we're going to I think almost back to Jakarta. So because there is no direct flight for now, let's transit in Malaysia or let's stay over one more meal. So the holiday is winding down. The group has a layover in Kuala Lumpur, just enough time, only 90 minutes in KL before connecting back to Jakarta. So what do you wanna eat for the final meal of an incredible journey? Yes, Sam, time is yours.
All right, well, happy morning, everyone. Happy morning. Uh, if I were to land in KL, Malaysia, and I'm walking through the streets looking at all the different options, the Malaysian food that's available to me, I walk past the satay stand, I see the dim sum, I ultimately actually lock eyes with the Korean barbecue. There is some samgyeopsal being served, something that I can't get very easily back here in Jakarta. We're actually on a layover that my wife is also visiting, and she's coming from Korea as well, and she's longing for an opportunity to have some Korean barbecue as well. And so we decide to go inside and order some. We order some naengmyeon, cold noodle soup for a hot day, and then we order 2 orders of samgyeopsal with lots of sam and banchan to enjoy our meal. We fill up and then we push back from our seats, say goodbye and depart to our respective countries, me back to Jakarta and my wife back to Seoul, South Korea.
Okay, so thank you everyone for joining the table topics. For joining the table topic session, and I really appreciate your brave to come forward here. So we have traveled to across city and countries, even though without any passport, right? So as positive for me, that's much like the journey we in today. Most meaningful when the table is 24 with good food, good story, and good people that we can share it with. Thank you, and back to you, Sasa.
Wow, thank you, Toastmaster Baby. Everything sounds delicious. You added the travel element to it. Wow, makes it so imaginative. Thank you for having us travel through all these places. Now, we do want to know though who's in time and who's not. So let's have our timer come up to deliver the time report. Toastmaster Ania, time is yours.
I would like to congratulate all the tabletop speakers because once again, everyone is eligible for voting. Yay! Toastmaster Henry spoke for 1 minute and 44 seconds. Yes, Andy spoke for 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Yes, Ugo spoke for 1 minute and 23 seconds. Toastmaster Sultan spoke for 2 minutes and 16 seconds. And yes, Stan spoke for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Yay.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Rania. And now we are ready to have our voting links so that we can decide who could be the best table topic speaker of the night. We have the link over here in the chat box for those of you online. And for those of you coming in person, please wait for the QR code. Bing. Okay, scan up, get your phones out. Okay, are we ready to go on?
Let's go.
All right. So now I am ready to welcome our next kind of mini MC of the night, and that is Toastmaster Garda to be our general evaluator. Don't forget, in Toastmasters, this is the dinner of champions. So let us welcome Toastmaster Garda as our general evaluator. Time is yours.
Now as we right. I was reminded that the online participants might have had the photo session first. Oh yeah.
Oh, not yet. Yeah, let's take a picture.
All right. And for offline participants, just be patient because we are going to have our own photo session later after the meeting is adjourned.
Or you can look at this camera.
Yeah, look at this camera. Right. All right. Am I audible? Yes, you are. Okay.
Yes. Loud and
Look at the camera and show your best pose. Come on. 3, 2, 1. All right. One more time. 3, 2, 1. All right. Awesome. We'll definitely share the photo to the online participants. And now let's get back to business. I'm Garda, currently serving you as the general evaluator as we are coming to an end. And this is one of the upcoming sessions because in evaluation session, this is actually the core and the essence of being involved in Toastmasters because we are learning all together. And now let us welcome 3 individual evaluators that will evaluate the prepared speakers that have delivered their speeches. First, I'd like to call Toastmaster Amar, as he's also delivering his project in evaluating a speaker. Himself will be evaluated later by the 4th evaluator. Now, Toastmaster Amar, the stage is yours.
Now, I'd like to point out the quote that Toastmaster Tagar shared with us. Do not forget to celebrate every goal in your life. What a great quote. From the beginning to the end, I will follow Toastmaster Tagar's speech very well. He spoke the speech in a very, very constructive and chronological point. Because if you follow, and we get the idea that always have to chase our dreams, but if our dreams do not make it, it's okay to follow the other dream, but always remember to celebrate every goal in our life. It's also a great addition with the theme Toastmaster Tagar brought to this page. Remembering that Toastmaster Tagar took the introduction to vocal variety and body language project tonight. It was a very depiction of celebrate every goal in our life by doing the celebration. Now, I'd like to focus on the main objective of this project, which is to deliver speech with vocal variety and body language. Of the whole speech, Toastmaster Tagar did a very great impression of invitations of events at his classroom while being supported by his teacher, and then doing a celebration after scoring a goal. It was a very flawless and free use of the stage. And then for the variety point, there are some of the there are some points that Tagar did very well, right? He imitated the teacher's voice, imitating the teacher, scolding him while also bending over. It's like showing an example of what he actually went through during his elementary times. Now, I'd like to challenge Toastmaster Tagar more in the next speeches based on what I observed today. Well, I saw that Toastmaster Tagar did some imitations, but he backed the stage or he backed the audience. From that, we could not see Toastmaster. Your expression, and it would be nicer if you can see your expression by doing imitations facing the stage or by facing visible to the stage. And the next one is that when we are when Dr. Begard showed his limitations in when he's showing his limitations to the audience, there are several expressions that needed to be showed clearly and by doing the by blending in with the vocal variety, it would be better if there are some definitions in your character. Nevertheless, it was a great speech, followed by a nice closing by doing the celebration. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tagar, for today's speech, and I hope to see you in the next weeks. Thank you, and thank you.
Once again, let's give him a round of applause. Now, coming to the second evaluator, that will be Toastmaster Andika joining us from Hong Kong. Toastmaster Andika will evaluate the second speaker. So, Toastmaster Andika, this screen is yours.
Every unforgettable speech does one thing. It shifts how the audience in the room look at the world. Tonight, Toastmaster Kaffa tried to change our perspective in how we think about happiness and perfection. The real strength of this speech was this statement: happiness isn't achieved by flawless perfection, but it's achieved by the support you get. This message is strongly relevant to the audience because we are a self-developing community and always want to be better and better. And I also noticed that Toastmaster Kaffa used plentiful descriptive words. For example, he said, the chairs were all set, but only 15 people came. When he was asked the ultimate question, what makes you grateful? He described how he was thinking hard and his pen was hovering upon his paper. Descriptive language is always important in conveying message to our audience. So the audience can right away put themselves on the speaker's shoes. Now, to take the speech even at a higher level, Toastmaster Kaffa could sharpen his call to action at the end and link it back to the purpose of the speech. The purpose is to share his experience in managing a project. I noticed, he said, whenever you feel inadequate, pick up your pen, look at the room, and ask yourself, what am I really grateful for? Because the answer is all there all along. I totally agree with the sentence. I recommend him to set the context back to how to lead a project. So an alternative of the call to action can be like this. It's easy to feel inadequate when you're leading a big project. And when it happens, just look at your project team members and cherish their support. Then you are fulfilled. Now, to bring this all together, Toastmaster Kaffa gave us a powerful message. Happiness is achieved by the support we get. His way of using plentiful descriptive language is commendable. Now, to move this from a good speech to a better speech, here's the challenge for Toastmaster Kaffa: to sharpen the call to action for the audience. Because by doing so, Toastmaster Kafa won't just deliver a speech, but he will inspire the room. Back to you, General Evaluator.
With a round of applause and such plentiful and also fruitful evaluation and feedback from our evaluators. And now coming to the next evaluator, that will be Toastmaster. We'll evaluate our next speaker. Toastmaster Taufik, the stage is yours.
Yes. Happy morning, Toastmasters. Yes. Happy morning. Okay. First of all, congratulations, Toastmaster Hani, for completing this project. I personally love your speech. There are several things that I really love from your speech. The very first one, I love how you set up the circumstances about your story. Set up when you are elementary, and then we're trying to imagine a little Hani here, right? And then I also love how you are very comfortable in this stage. You are moving around very confidently. You just like look around, and I just love it. There is no like and so on and so on. So that's very lovely. And also, I think your key messages is very key message. To be precise, is very lovely to remind all of us to take actions and be responsible for any kind of decision that you make in our life, right? And to enhance your speech from good to great, I would say, I think the very first one, for this project, it is required for you to engage with the audience. Instead, I didn't see enough effort on that area. You are talking at the audience. So for you, I would appreciate you to having a conversation with the audience instead of talking with them. And second of all, I noticed that your key message, which is, even though it's great, but I think it's too late. You just put it in the second half of your speech, right? So you need to mention it like from a little bit earlier, from the start to the middle and the end. Maybe you can give some kind of hint there, so we can learn and we can remember what you are going to say. And also I think there's other thing that you can improve and to enhance and to challenge you. I would appreciate you to have a spoken English instead of grammar perfect English. Why? The thing is, you are nearly perfect when you talk with the audience, but you can use a short sentences, so the audience can like take some pauses and think about what you said earlier. I think that's all for me. And to conclude, the insights is great, and then you are very comfortable. But the things to improve, make sure that you engage with the audience, use a short sentences so that we can really get what you are trying to say. I think that's all for me, and back to you. Thank you. I think our such remarkable and also heartwarming evaluation. And now, as I mentioned earlier, that Toastmaster Amar, who just delivered the first evaluation, is also doing his project of evaluation and feedback. And to give him the evaluation report, I'd like to invite Toastmaster Sonny, who will evaluate Toastmaster Amar regarding his evaluation. Toastmaster Sonny, the stage is yours.
A good evaluator is a good listener. And I could see that Toastmaster Amar is a good evaluator because he's a good listener. Let's give applause to Toastmaster Amar evaluation. Why can I know that Toastmaster Amar is a good listener from his evaluator? I can tell 3 good things that indicates Toastmaster Amar's strength in evaluation. First, Toastmaster Amar recites the speaker words multiple times. It shows how detailed he paid attention to the speaker's speech from word to word, sentences to sentences, that he can memorize and re-sharing on the evaluation. And this is important gesture to let the student know that the evaluator listened to the speech very well. Second, Toastmaster Amar gave a lot of examples in every point. Toastmaster Amar could point a part of the speech that matched with the feedback. This is very wonderful. And the third one that I really like from Toastmaster Amar's evaluation is he matched his evaluation with the project's objective of speaker. This is something that most evaluators often forget. While generally all evaluation and all feedback are good, sometimes in specific project we need a specific part to be evaluated. And Toastmaster Amar did well in his evaluation. Now, let me bring Toastmaster Amar's evaluation to the next level by giving another feedback for his evaluation. First, when delivering an evaluation on the stage, treat it like you deliver a speech. What does it mean? Is that don't forget to give the opening, body, closing. When I observe that Toastmaster Amar go directly to the body on the beginning, that sometimes can make people shocked, like, oh, is that already the main part, not the opening? So treat it like you deliver a speech by giving the opening first, introduction first, move to the body and the conclusion. Second, this is the common pitfalls of the new evaluators is that the new evaluators gave a lot of compliments and few improvements. While on the evaluation, we want the speakers to grow. I hope Toastmaster Amar can balance between the compliment and the room for improvement on the next evaluations to help the speakers grow. And to challenge Toastmaster Amar, I want your next evaluation to be engaging. Either you can implement by vocal variety, language, or humor, like your own. But all in all, thanks Toastmaster Amar for becoming a good listener for Toastmaster again. And I would like to see a more engaging evaluation from you next time. Back to you.
Give it a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now that concludes our individual evaluation, and I would like to call our time Toastmaster Rania to brief a brief report regarding the time usage of each evaluator.
Rania.
Starting with our first evaluator, Toastmaster Alvin. He spoke for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. He's eligible for voting. And then Toastmaster Amar spoke for 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Unfortunately, he is ineligible. And then Toastmaster Anjika spoke for 2 minutes and 5 seconds. She is eligible. Toastmaster Taufik spoke for 2 minutes and 47 seconds. He is eligible. And lastly, Toastmaster Sunny spoke for 3 minutes and 12 seconds. He is eligible.
And now it is done. Discuss your vote for who amongst the eligible individual evaluator is your favorite. For those who are joining online, you may be provided with the link, and for those who are joining on site, you can scan the barcode as provided on your screen. I hope that everyone is ready to cast your vote. And while we are waiting for the ballots to be collected, I would like to proceed with my rangers or my evaluation team to deliver your report. Let's start with our grammarian. Start with our RWOD counter that will be delivered by Toastmaster Ellen joining us online. Toastmaster Ellen, I hear you are ready to deliver your RWOD report.
Okay, Toastmaster Garda. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, now we can see your screen.
Okay, happy morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
First of all, please apologize for any mistake if I didn't recognize when you said plentiful, maybe because of the connection or because of my ear. And first of all, I would like to congratulate for Toastmaster Donna. Toastmaster Rachel, Toastmaster Rania, Toastmaster Tegar, Toastmaster Kafa, and Toastmaster Sultan, and also Toastmaster Sony, because I didn't hear any filler word. Yay, congratulations. And for the rest, I will just summarize the report. There are not really many word of the day throughout the session. I think we can learn how to use word of the day more often during the meeting. And there are sounds that always we hear from the speakers like so, and you know. And the winner for the sounds filler are so, and. And then comes to the and you know. My tips for all of us, if we are talking, please take a moment to slow down your pace, and also just take a pause when you are thinking what to say. That will minimize the filler word throughout your speech. That's my report. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster for regarding the use of counter or the filler words. Next, we are going to have the grammar report that will be delivered by Toastmaster Rachel. Over to you, Toastmaster Rachel. Please come on the stage.
Thank you.
Just edit it. Sorry.
The content. Alright, I'm going to share my report for tonight's meeting.
Wait, yes.
Alright, I would just like to share one of the
This one?
Seventh one. Okay. Consistency of verbs. I think we need to be consistent with our verbs when we are telling a story, especially from the past, from the present, and future. For example, this one. Yesterday, I cooked pasta and a pizza with my family. That is past. And then for the present, today, I enjoy spicy food and great milk tea. That is present. And for the future, tomorrow I will try Korean food and I will eat at a new restaurant. That consistency of word is very important so that we will have a clear and easy. It will be easy for you to understand the story or the line of the story. And next slide. Nouns, persons, and adjectives. Sometimes we are confused with this word. For example, I am confident. We have to say, I am confident. That will be an adjective. Sometimes we interchange the function of a noun and a verb. So we have to be careful with that. And grammar is very important in language because grammar is one of the fundamental or the foundation of a language, so that we have a clear structure when we are delivering a message to somebody, to our audience. And for our memorable lines for tonight are never forget to celebrate every goal of your life. Happiness isn't achieved by climbing a perfect mountain. The way we set ourselves is not something big. It starts with small things repeatedly, and we can rewind our time from the beginning. That is all from me. Back to our general evaluation.
Such a wonderful report, and Toastmaster Rachel just gave us such practical tips on how to use the grammar effectively. And not only that, Toastmaster Rachel also showed that even if that she doesn't have her gadgets right now or your personal tablets, it shows that how flexible you are and how can be adaptive you are by showing this visual aids using your fingertip. All right, now moving on to my general evaluation. This is something that I have observed since the very beginning and something that I call as the rooms for improvements. All right, so starting off my report that I truly appreciate how, the team from the Vice President of Operations and Site FAA team and the welcoming ambassador for such a heartwarming and welcoming ambience. Thank you so much, and let's give them a round of applause. And next, for the club presidents, she delivered such clear and concise introduction, as well as the Toastmasters of the meeting, for such an sort of being amiable and also the clear announcement regarding the lineups and also the agenda for today's event. And for the consistent agenda sharing, especially for those joining us online, because it will be very beneficial for us to keep up with the agenda and to track how far we have gone throughout this meeting. Next, for the rooms for improvements, I believe that especially for the SBD team. Sorry, can we go back to the previous slide? Okay, so hybrid meeting can actually be tricky, as this is something that can be easily found, and this is something that has been repetitive to have these frequent technical glitches. Perhaps the team, especially for those who are conducting the hybrid session, you can always do the rehearsal, maybe an hour before or maybe one day before, depending on the venue itself, obviously. But all in all, to manage sort of the upcoming technical glitches, you can obviously know what can be improved or what can be done regarding the frequent, glitches or frequent errors that keep coming on our meeting. Next, for in between sessions that I have observed, the first one is that we all have heard and witnessed such captivating speeches from the prepared speakers and also the demo topic speakers. And the evaluators themselves are also delivering such heartwarming evaluation that I personally believe it will be very beneficial for us to learn and to apply those feedbacks on our daily basis. And for those master of the meeting themselves, thank you for being creative and buying time and modifying the lineups, especially for those force mature this just coming up to our session. And for the table topics master, thank you to Master Baby for such good introduction and to use the alternate participants between the offline and also online, and the guest involvement are truly essential in this table topics session. Next, something to improve. As for the room for improvements, I noted that next please. Okay, for the time allotment, sometimes it can be difficult to catch up with short or long delay because it can be frustrating sometimes. So maybe for the upcoming speaker, this is my humble suggestions, or the person in charge can have themselves ready beforehand so that we don't need to spend more time in waiting for the next speaker or the next person to come up on stage or to be ready online, so that will be more efficient in using the time. And also for those especially joining us on site, as this is something that we call it as a hybrid, please be mindful and be aware of your focus and attention to the online participant. Don't forget that we have this camera. I know that it can be difficult if you have a lot of people standing or sitting just before your eyes, but there is this camera. It means that we are also paying attention to those joining online. All right, next. For our rangers or my rangers, for the grammarian, she already excelled in being a attentive listener, and she provided a visual aid and also small examples for us to learn. Some groups for improvements were actually all good for now, but maybe grammarian and the author can be collaborative in the frequent reminder of the R for the WOD, or something to just remind us that there is this WOD. For the timer, thank you to Sankrani for such a clear and concise report. And maybe for rules for improvements, then regarding the efficiency, maybe for the timer, not only in this meeting, but maybe in the upcoming meetings, you can wrap up the recap. Like, for example, you don't need to mention the exact time usage for each speaker. Maybe you can just wrap it up like all speakers are eligible for the voting.
feel free to reach me personally to get to know your time usage. That will be more effective in terms of use of the time efficiency. All right, next, for the RWOD counter, Toastmaster Ellen just delivered such a clear and detailed report, and she provided advice and suggestion for us to reduce the filler words in order for us to, be the better speaker. And last but not least, the ballot counter, Toastmaster Bagus used the effective method that was easy to follow. And maybe it could be, being collaborative with also the timer to explain the benefits, why we need to mind the time, not only for the voting purpose, but it will be for us to train and enhance our, use of time whenever we deliver something on stage. Last but not least, I know that everyone has just excelled in next slide. Everyone has just excelled in, giving up progress. Maybe for now you feel like you are collecting 0 star, but who knows tomorrow, in the next year to come, and in the future, how many stars for your rules for improvements that can be applied on yourself in order to become a better individual. That will be all from my report. Thank you for listening and witnessing, and I hope that you enjoy our session today.
Wow, thank you, Toastmaster Gede, for leading the evaluation session. Definitely learned a lot. Wow, it is a place and time to get to learn more and be better role takers in the future. Now, we do want to know the most interesting part of the night, and that is who are our favorite speakers of tonight. So let us welcome our ballot counter, Toastmaster Bagus. Is he ready?
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, happy morning, everyone. I think this is the moment you all been waiting for. I will announce the Hall of Fame, which is who is the most favorite speaker, table topic speaker, and who is the most favorite evaluator. Without further ado, let's look at the screen. Drum rolls. So, for our first announcement, today the best prepared speaker is
Jason.
Wait, let me picture. Hold on. Go here. Yes. Let's go.
That's not a
It's okay. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Yeah. Next slide, please. Okay, so next is our best table topic speaker. Can you guess who it is? This is unique because there are 2 persons with the same total votes. Which is, the first one is soon to be Toastmasters Ugam, and then the next one is soon to be Toastmasters Ed. Toastmasters, let's go! Come forward. Take a picture.
How to split the
Okay, get ready and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you. And finally, our final award for this tonight is our best evaluator. You probably can guess who it is. Drum roll, please. And
Thank you.
Okay,
that's all for the awards, and back to you.
screenshot.
Right.
Okay, screenshot in 3, 2, 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Andika.
Okay. Okay.
Closing.
Closing. Okay. Yeah, back to top. Back to Toastmaster of the meeting. Back to Toastmaster Donut.
Okay.
Thank you to Spencer Bagus for a great what's it called? The podium thingy? Hall of Fame. Ooh, really appreciate it. And congratulations to all winners. Ew, ew, ew. Okay, we have now reached the end of the session, and to close, I do want you to look around, especially folks offline. Take a look around you, look at your right, look at your left, and say hello. You shared meals with this person, and I'd like to close this meeting with this beautiful quote from Anthony Bourdain, if you can see it. You learn a lot about someone when you share a meal together, which you just did tonight. We get to learn a lot about each other, about all the speakers, about what travel ensues in the table topics, as well as all the evaluation that we saw earlier. So now that we are at the end of the session, we have a brand new tradition that we would like to still continue, and that is to welcome the welcoming ambassador and our best speaker of the night, Toastmaster Kafa, onto stage. Toastmaster Kafa, time is yours.
Can everyone look? I know you are not bored looking at this face, yeah?
No.
Okay, what is SAA Spotlight, actually? It's a session to appreciate the welcoming ambassador, but since the welcoming ambassador has asked questions on the table topic, she gave it to me. Thank you very much, David. Now, I'd like to ask one guest on the very back, one handsome guest, Agung, would you come up to the stage? Sure. Now, I'm going to ask you a simple yet complex question. Next up.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Yes, Agung. Tell us about yourself. Yes,
Complex.
complex.
Good morning.
Happy
My name is Agung. So I'm very new here. I'm just here to learn. So people say that I do look too serious. So I'm here to be more relaxed.
Okay. All right.
I relate with you. My parents always say, Papa, you look so serious. I relate with you. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to ask our member that has just came back. Our Zoom master. Those master. Now, I'd like to ask you this question. Oh, you already prepared? I have prepared. No, prepared umbrella before rain, and I know. How has Toastmasters continued to help you grow to the point where you keep returning? Wow. Whoa.
How the Toastmaster helping me to grow?
Grow to the point where you return it.
Um, let me start by saying public speaking is one of the most scariest things for me
Okay.
for a very long time. And then last year, lucky me got invited. I don't know from where they find me on LinkedIn, but someone invited me to be the speaker in the conference in Kuala Lumpur.
Oh.
So of course I need help. So then I do some research and find a Toastmaster class, which is very effective. And I try to attend the club, the meeting, and I enjoy session. So that's why I joined the club. The SCB Toastmaster Club on June last year. And then with 1 month or 2 month preparations, I successfully become a speaker in the conference for the very first time after preparing in SCBD Toastmaster. From someone who's very uncomfortable to speak in front of the audience to someone who can deliver a speech in international audience.
Whoa.
That's a very big step for me. But then this happened when I'm supposed to continue my membership. Life get is heavier, work getting harder.
Okay.
Why?
Next sound.
Next sound. Okay. So I kind of dilemma whether I should continue or not. So I tried to step back. That's what I said to Toastmaster Linda, how I relax myself, to step back to see whether I need this or not. Okay. And then 1 month later, with the a very brave and also sure thing that I already decided I want to continue my membership in SCBD, because I think I really miss you guys a lot.
Oh.
So losing my time for 1 month in SCBD is very like lost for me. So that's why I come back. So to your questions, how has Toastmasters helped me to grow? You can see from the person who is not comfortable to speak in front of the audience, and now I can say that I am a little bit comfortable to speak in the audience. So that's my answer. Thank you.
Where we lead the answer. I feel you. My legs are shaking.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Malik. Now you have a list of us. You have heard all of the stories. And I'm going to give back the stage to the one and only, our Madame President.
Happy morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Right on my already here. So before we go home, go back. So I do have a little bit of an announcement. Please, wow, there is no price here. So first of all, thank you so much for all the SBD Conference Club members. Thank you for all of you here, visiting Toastmasters, all guests. Thank you so much for participating in our club meeting. And we have several announcements to make. Could you help with the? Could you help with the? All right. So the first announcement. Our first timer, let's give a round of applause for the winner. Right, so this is why you should be in activity tools and club because you could learn from becoming a first timer. All right, folks, get that winner. Next, please. Who won the content in the district conference, okay? If you were on for 2 hours, so we have like amazing math questions. That's why you should learn them. Next, please. And not only that, congratulations to one, but in education, we have lots of words. There are hero words, informational words, be with purpose words, and as a club, we also want to be with word, which make us one of the club out of 100 when 135 clubs in the 87 that got Smelly Distinguished Award, which is the highest award for a active and great club. So that is why we got Smelly Distinguished Award, and also we got Alan Smelly's Award, which is a award for us because we are the fan club, the first fan club that received Smelly Distinguished Award. And not only that, we also have a strike award. So give a round of applause, please. Congratulations to all of us. Next, please. We have an easy. Oh, yeah. Next ago is a little rush. Don't forget to nominate yourself by others. Otherwise, you want to be part of it. And this is only for members. And we are one of the club that's so old in the collection. So, remember, our code is in the blue. So if you have a nominated yourself, please nominate yourself. Be brave. Have the courage to be the next leader of activity festival. And if you are the one for activity festival. Alright, so if you want to join activity festival, please. You can contact our five. So that is all from the ASD co-president, and with the power vested in me, I would like to officially adjourn this meeting by saying good morning.
Happy morning.
Good morning. Everyone. Don't forget to turn off the recording.